These are bad financial decisions right here. Like, I've read barely any of these. One thing about me, I will be enticed by a pretty cover. Hi guys. So today I'm doing a huge collective book haul. These are all the books I've gotten in like the past almost 4 months. So there are 28 books here, which is a lot. Oh my god. Hello. Let's just get started. This is probably gonna be long. First 2 books I have are Skyward and Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. Skyward I actually got for Christmas, but my mum bought it for me when we were in Paris. So it's from Shakespeare & Co, which is really cool. I've never read a Sanderson, but I love fantasy. It's my favourite genre. This is sci-fi though. I still want to read his works, but his other books really intimidate me. I could be wrong, but I think it's his YA series. Although it's still in the adult section because it's written by a man, of course. I don't know anything about it. All I know is I think our main character, her dad was like, did something bad and she was like kicked out of the community or something. I don't know, but I think the covers are so pretty. I purchased Starsight myself. Like, they're so pretty and they're gonna look so nice. Like the spines, are you kidding? Then we have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I'm really excited to read this because I know it's an enemies to lovers YA fantasy. It's set after the Remnant Chronicles, which I do want to read first because I've heard some people say this is confusing. So yeah, and the cover is really pretty as well, and this is a duology. Then I got The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. This cover is gorgeous. I will take the sticker off once I read it. So far all the books are unread. Again, I know nothing about it. I think it's inspired by mythology. Yeah, it's a magical feminist retelling of a classic Korean legend. Her brother's beloved has been chosen to be sacrificed, so our main character sacrifices herself instead. The next book, which I did show you, is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. Look at this cover. Are you kidding me? All I know, I think it's like pitched as Mulan meets Project Runway. And I think she's like in a competition to make a dress or something. I don't know, but it's a pretty cover. One thing about me, I will be enticed by a pretty cover. Next, I actually pre-ordered the paperback and It's Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. Again, stunning covers. Floppy, what more could I want? But all I know is it's a romance between a monster and like a monster hunter, I think. Next, we have A Torch Against the Night by Saber Tahir. This is the second book in the Emma and the Ashes quartet. Again, floppy. I do own the first one. Again, it's unread. Like, I've read barely any of these. Then I actually have read this one, All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. I can't, the cover. This was really good. It's a dystopian and I typically tend now to not like dystopians. However, like the rest of the world, I'm obsessed with The Last of Us at the moment. And this book, even though there's like no zombies, it gave like The Last of Us and The Walking Dead vibes in the way that it's like the humans you should be worried about. Basically, in this world, there's been this like disease that has wiped out most of the population. However, some people are immune. We have Andrew and Jamie, and Andrew gets injured and he stumbles across this cabin where Jamie is living alone after his mother has died. They sort of team up and then something happens and they have to leave the cabin. It's basically just them trying to survive in the apocalypse. It's also a romance between both of them. It's an MM romance. It was so good. It was just so cute. I think I gave this 4.25 stars and I really enjoyed it. And it was really fun and quick. So yeah, I should make a book stack behind me so you guys can see. This book stack is gonna fall over. Okay, you can't even fucking see the book stack. Why did I do that? I got these from WH Smith's. I just randomly went in one day. They had a sale on. But these were all £3 each. They still have their stickers on. Like, are you kidding me? I have actually read The Raven Cycle when I was younger and I remember really loving them. Like a year ago I bought the first book in the series and I reread it in August and I gave it 4 stars. It was really fun. And I don't want to continue the series, it's just I don't want to buy the books brand new because I'd already read them. But I saw these and I was like, well, I can finally continue the series, although they did not have the second one. So I bought the third one, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and the 4th one, The Raven King. So yeah, they're like slightly damaged, like they have some sun damage. And I don't know if you can see, they have like some scuffs on the covers, but again, I don't give a shit about damaged books. And £3, I'm not gonna complain. I also had Called on the Hawk, which is the first book in the spin-off series, so I got it. And I get it's like damaged, but I don't really care. The plot of this series is that we have our main character Blue, and in this town there is this school where like all these rich boys live, and she meets these 4 boys who go to this school, and she has this rule to not like associate herself with any of the boys from the school because they're all like rich assholes. However, they sort of become friends. Blue's family are psychics, and she's been told since she was born that the first boy she kisses will die. Then she befriends these boys and maybe some romance ensues, and they're also, one of the main boys, Gansey, is obsessed with Arthurian, like King Arthur and shit, and like ley lines and stuff, and they kind of investigate that. Then this is a spin-off series following some of the main characters and some new characters. So I got these. You can see the book stock now. I also got this for Christmas, the Savage Song by B. Schwab. Again, it is from Shakespeare & Co. This is her YA series. Like the city is like split, and they're both the heirs to different parts of the city. So they're like forbidden romance, enemies to lovers type thing, and it's a duology. The last paperback is A Venom So Dark and Sweet. This is the sequel to A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lynn. Okay, the covers. Hello. Have you ever seen a prettier thing? And I did get a Sprayed Edges exclusive edition, which is signed. All I know is that I think it's like a tea making competition in the first one. Obviously this is the second one, so I'm not going to read the blurb, don't want to spoil anything for myself. And I think the main character enters to save a family member. Moving on to hardbacks. Okay, so have I read a single Cassandra Clare book? No, I have not. Do I own the entirety of the Mortal Instruments on a Final Device? Yes, I do. Do I own the first one in this series? No, I do not. These are bad financial decisions right here. In my defense, I have watched the TV show. I do want to read these books, and I know I'm gonna love them, the entirety of the Shadowhunters universe, because I really love the show, and people say the books are better, so these are really fucking heavy, Jesus Christ. I bought Chain of Thorns because I wanted the collector's first edition, and it was only £12 from the works, so I was like, we may as well. And it has like end papers, and I think it's illustrated. I hope I don't spoil it for myself. Oh, that is a spoiler. Like, I don't know who these people are. Oh fuck, but it's pretty. Because Chain of Thorns came out, I was scared this was gonna go out of print and hardback in the UK, so I bought the hardback on Amazon. First off, Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I have read this. I gave it 3 stars. It was not that good, to be honest. But I got this in the Waterstones half-price hardback sale. This is about this girl, and she's an orphan, and she can see ghosts. And she gets a letter from her uncle saying, "Come to Gallant. I'm your uncle, and you should come live with me." So she goes. But it turns out her uncle is dead, and he did not send that letter. Let's kind of investigate what's going on at this weird house. However, her mother left this journal to our main character, Olivia, before she died. However, the journal said, "Don't go to Gallant." So she's like, whoa, what is going on here? Our main character is also mute, I think. And we love some disability representation in here. It's set in like the early 1900s, I think. So yeah, but I didn't really enjoy it. It also has end papers, which I didn't show you. And look how pretty that foiling is. I love a pretty hardback, honestly. In the Waterstones half-price hardback sale, I ordered The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi. I ordered the normal copy, but they sent me a signed one. And look at these end papers. Are you kidding? They sent me a signed copy. So that's cool. All I know is this is a high fantasy, and it's sapphic, and it's written by a black author, and honestly that was all I needed to know to buy it. People have different colours of blood, and it's like a class system based on the colour of your blood. We have my Illumicrate editions of Nine Powers and Hobbits. I read both of these, but let me just show you them first of all. So this is what the covers look like. They're so pretty. And the end papers, gorgeous. And then, oh my god, the naked hardback. Have you seen a prettier book? And I love how it's like the dead version of the dust jacket. So cool. A lot of the editions have damaged frayed edges, and so are mine. As you can see, like, hello. And they're also different colours. That is not black, that is brown. I love this so much more than any real cover. Darlington. Like, are you kidding? The spine. I gave Hellbent 4.75 stars. and 9 past 4.5 stars, so I really love these books. Please search for trigger warnings for these books, by the way. Search for trigger warnings for all books, but especially these ones. They have very graphic scenes of stuff like sexual assault and rape, and there's lots of violence, drug addiction, the list goes on. Search up trigger warnings for these. They're very dark. Now Past follows our protagonist Alex Stern, and she's gone through this like traumatic event, and she is given a scholarship to Yale because she can see greys, greys are ghosts. Because she can see greys, she's been given a scholarship to Yale to basically be part of this secret society called Leafy. And this society basically governs all the secret societies in Yale, because the secret societies in Yale basically, they deal lots of shady stuff. They deal with stuff like the occult and like demons, and just they do like weird rituals and stuff. And it's a then and now timeline. And in like the present day, basically her mentor Darlington has gone missing, and we're basically figuring out what happened and we're trying to get him back. And there's also this like girl who's been murdered, so she's investigating that. And they're just so good. They're like dark academia, just amazingness. These are the most expensive books in my collection. I got them from resellers. They were Illumicrate editions. It was a good deal considering how much they resell for, and that is the Illumicrate edition. Behind the Flame and We Free the Stars. These were my favourite books of last year. They were phenomenal, and the fact I own these editions honestly makes me so happy. So we have like, are you kidding me? We have the edges, like they are just the naked hardback, and then they're also signed. And then we have We Free the Stars. Obviously, I give both these books 5 stars. I'm gonna sit down for a second, my knees are hurting. I should just film the video from here. Like, tagline for this book is people live because she killed, people died because he lived. And we have our 2 main characters, Zafira and Nazir. There used to be magic in this world. However, the magic has gone. In the middle of this world, there is this forest called the Oz, which is slowly spreading. And the Oz, basically, no one goes into it and survives. They kind of go mad if they go inside the forest. However, Zafira can go in it and she can hunt, basically disguise herself as a man, and she goes into this forest and she's fine. Zafira's town is right on the edge near the Oz, and her town is at risk of being overtaken by the Oz and everyone in it dying or going insane. Zafira, or well, the hunter, which is what she's known as, not knowing she's a woman, is given the task of like retrieving this book or something to restore magic to the land and destroy the Oz. So she obviously accepts it because she wants to save her family and her friend. Then we have Nazir. Nazir is the Sultan's son, and he is an assassin. So obviously he kills people. His father tasks him with getting the book from the hunter and killing the hunter. It's enemies to lovers, phenomenal subplot of romance, and the world and the politics, it's so good. If you're going to take any recommendations from me, let it be these. Then we actually have a book from an author / a spin-off series to my second favourite books of last year, and that's Last Man Called by Chloe Gong. I'm not going to explain to you what this is about, because these are 2 novellas, but if I explain to you who these novellas are about, they're major spoilers for These Are Delights. These Are Delights is a duology. It's Romeo and Juliet retellings in 1920s Shanghai. And we have Romeo and Juliet, 2 rival gangs. Yeah, they used to have a romance, but it's like 5 years later, something happened, and they now have to work together because there is this madness that is going through Shanghai and killing people from their gangs. That's a duology, and then there's a spin-off series called Foul Lady Fortune, which this is technically in the Foul Lady Fortune universe. However, it doesn't technically follow any characters from Foul Lady Fortune, it only follows characters from Last Man Called. No, These Are Delights. This was a 5-star. It was great. I have the Watson's exclusive edition. Unfortunately, my edition arrived damaged. Yeah, it's signed my first signed Chloe Gong book. Oh, I love some good foiling. These book stocks are getting really high. Okay, the last book I have read is The Stolen Air by Holly Black. I have the Watson's exclusive edition. My knees are really hurting. Should I just film it from this angle for the rest of the video? Okay, this is a really bad angle, but my knees are getting tired. And you can see the book stacks, but again, ignore my messy bed. This angle's really bad and so is the lighting, but I don't give a shit. You can deal with it. Anyway, The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. So this is a spin-off series, obviously, as everyone knows, to The Cruel Prince, set, I think, 8 years later, following Oak and Surin. I'm not gonna really explain the plot for this because it's kind of a spoiler, I feel like, of The Cruel Prince. But I love The Cruel Prince. This one, it was good. I gave it 4 stars. It's just, I feel like subconsciously I was always comparing it to The Cruel Prince, so I just could not enjoy it as much as I wanted to because it's very different. But I did still have a fun time with it. I still have 5 books left. Fucking hell. This I got from Waterstones. So this is A Song of Silver Flame Like Night by Amelie Wen Zhao. So it has sprayed edges. It's signed. How cute. This is inspired by Chinese mythology. I know nothing about this. It says, once Lan had a different name. Now she goes by the one that Atlantean colonizers gave her. The first line of a blurb that is really good. And then we have this other character, Zen, who is a practitioner, one of the fabled magicians of the Last Kingdom. Both hold the power to liberate their land and both hold the power to destroy the world. It sounds really good. We have my November Illumicrate, which, by the way, I did not get this until like February. Hello? Anyway, so this has an exclusive cover, sprayed edges all the way. It is got end papers. It is signed. It has art on the hardback. Foiling on the hardback. This is gorgeous. All I know about this is our main character has kind of been shunned by her town for something her dad did, and basically their town is next to a forest called Hemlock Falls. Yeah. And there are like monsters in the forest, and basically the people in this town protect the rest of the world from these monsters. And our main character, Winnie Wednesday, wants to join the Luminaries, which is like the order that protects the town. And I'm assuming it's gonna be a romance. No, I've done it. I've balanced them. Then we have our December Fairyloot. This is a standalone, and it is Cruel Illusions by Margie Houston. So it has an exclusive cover, sprayed edges, the office letter with the art print. We have this little foiling moment. Is that foiling? And then we have end papers. I love this art, so pretty. It's also signed. We have my Fairyloot Illumicrate. I think this is the prettiest book I own. I'm not going to lie to you. They really popped off with this one. God Color by Hannah Kana. So it has a reverse colorway dust jacket. It has stunning digitally sprayed edges. Like, these are so pretty. It has a little office note. It has exclusive end papers, and it is signed by the author. And one of the best parts, in my opinion, the naked hardback. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you guys seeing this? I feel like I need to put you in better lighting just so we can appreciate not my teddy in the background. My Bella Bear really wanted to be the star of the show, and she is, to be honest. I actually think this is going to be one of my next reads because I've heard so much good things about it, and it's really short. It's like 290 pages. Basically, our main character, Kissing, makes living and killing gods. And then she finds a god she cannot kill. It sounds good. It sounds really fun. Is this all gonna fall? You can't even fucking see the stuff. No. Last but not least, my last book of the haul. Thank God it's over. Jesus Christ, you guys are probably so sick of this. I'm sick. My voice hurts. This is the February Illumicrate. February Fairyloot. I just am looking more rough as this video progresses. We have City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaefer. So it's like inspired by Gotham, I think, the world. And the first line of the blurb is literally, ever since her sister became a man-eating spider and slaughtered her way through town, 19-year-old Ness has been terrified. Hello? Basically, in this world, nightmares can come to life. You can bring your worst nightmare to life and you can become your worst nightmare. The Fairyloot edition has a reverse cutaway dust jacket, digitally printed edges. It has stunning, I love this naked hardback, stunning art on the naked hardback, and it's like in a weird, like you can't see it maybe in bare lighting, like you can see it's kind of like, yeah, my god, what's my hair doing? Jesus Christ, I'm looking a mess, I'm looking a state. We have end papers, like the top, oh, the color scheme for this book is gorgeous. A signature, and oh, we have the author letter with the character art. That's so pretty. Why does he not look like a vampire? Why is he giving Edward Cullen? I'm not gonna lie, I've never read Twilight. What's the haul over? Should I do a little overview of all the books? It was what, 28 books? I've been filming for over an hour now. And I'm starving. It's lunchtime. Obviously my dog is hungry too. Ignore the state on my bed. These are all the books. I swear to god, if any of those are damaged, I will be rioting. Thank you for watching. This video is a mess. It's actually my first video I've ever filmed. I don't know if it'll make the internet. So if it has, hey, I guess. I dread to think how much money I spent on all this. Yeah, this video was a mess, but I hope you had a good time.